You might absolutely love your parents, but nobody's perfect. Our parents are still people. They can be great in some areas and lacking in others. These strengths and weaknesses shape us in ways we may not even realize. Love languages aren't just for romantic relationships. They also play a huge role in how we experience love as children. The way we receive love in our early years can have a lasting impact on how we seek it out as adults. Let's take a deeper look at what your love language might reveal about your childhood. Gift giving is often misunderstood. To some, it seems like the easiest love language to satisfy. To others, it feels complicated. But gifts are much more than material objects. They are a symbol of thought, care, and effort. If receiving gifts is your primary love language, it doesn't necessarily mean that you were deprived of presents as a child. More likely, you felt unseen or misunderstood. Maybe your parents didn't remember your favorite things or didn't pay attention to your specific interests. The gifts you received may have felt generic, impersonal, or like an afterthought. Now, as an adult, when someone remembers the little things, like getting you the exact brand of tea you love or a book in your favorite genre, it makes you feel truly valued and understood. It's not about the object itself, but what it represents: thoughtfulness and attentiveness to who you really are. Acts of service is another love language that can be deeply rooted in childhood experiences. Parenting, at its core, is an ongoing act of service. It requires sacrifice, patience, and care. But not all parents are equally nurturing. If acts of service are how you feel loved, it may stem from a childhood where you had to be self-sufficient. Perhaps your parents weren't always available, or you had responsibilities beyond your years. Maybe you had to take care of younger siblings or manage things on your own because there was no one to help. As a result, you now crave a partner or loved ones who are willing to take care of you in small but meaningful ways, making you a cup of coffee in the morning, running an errand for you, or helping out without being asked. These gestures feel significant because they make up for what you lacked in your early years. Physical touch is perhaps the most straightforward love language to trace back to childhood. If you crave physical affection as an adult, chances are you didn't receive enough of it when you were young. Children need physical comfort to feel secure. Hugs, holding hands, and gentle touches are all ways parents express love. If your parents weren't physically affectionate, whether due to their own upbringing, cultural norms, or simply not realizing what you needed, you may have grown up feeling a sense of emotional distance. Now, in adulthood, you seek to make up for that absence. Holding hands, cuddling, or even small touches on the arm can feel incredibly reassuring. It's a way to create the warmth and security that you might not have had when you were younger. Quality time is another love language that is closely tied to childhood experiences. Spending time with someone isn't just about being in the same room, it's about engagement, presence, and making the other person feel important. If quality time is your primary love language, you may have grown up feeling overlooked or ignored. Perhaps your parents were always busy, distracted, or emotionally unavailable. Maybe they provided for you, but never truly engaged with you, never asked about your day, never sat down to play with you, never made an effort to connect. Now, as an adult, you deeply appreciate when someone sets aside time just for you. Whether it's a long conversation, a shared activity, or simply sitting together in a meaningful way, quality time reassures you that you matter and that you are worth someone's undivided attention. Words of affirmation can be a powerful love language for those who didn't receive enough verbal encouragement growing up. When we are young, our parents are supposed to be our biggest supporters. They are the ones who reassure us, build our confidence, and help us believe in ourselves. But not all parents offer that kind of validation. If you grew up in a home where praise was rare, criticism was constant, or love was conditional, words of affirmation might be incredibly meaningful to you now. You might need verbal reassurance to feel secure in your relationships. A simple, "I love you," "I'm proud of you," or "You're doing great" can mean the world, because it counteracts the doubts and insecurities that may have been planted in childhood. Our love languages are not set in stone. They can change as we grow and experience new relationships. While our parents leave a lasting impression, there are countless other influences that shape how we give and receive love. Sometimes our love language comes from the love we were shown. Other times it comes from the love we lacked. Either way, understanding your love language and where it comes from can help you build stronger, healthier relationships. If you related to any of these insights, let us know in the comments. If you learned something new about yourself, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Attraction Mastery for more content like this.